And Olympic rowing gold medalist Eric Murray has himself, of course, one of the world's great examples of facial hair. He's a momentor, as they say, for the campaign, and he is with us along with Robert Dunne, who's the manager of Movember. Good morning to both of you.
G'day, Mike. How are you?
I'm very well indeed. You've got a yours. I mean, you've had yours as long as I can remember, really, haven't you?
Yeah, it's sort of become a trademark, really.
Yeah.
I've had one, for basically most of my rowing career, and it's just sort of come in different styles and shapes over.
So you do
routines.
shape it up a bit.
Yeah, sometimes I leave off the chops, and sometimes I carry it down, have a couple of racing stripes that go all the way down the chin, depending on how fast I feel.
How fast can you grow that? Because that's the big macho question, isn't it? How quickly can you get to the state you're currently in?
Couple of weeks, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
talented. Yeah.
You just
see, because you're like Robert, you're like me. You look a bit weedy.
Yeah, mate. It's actually the 1st of November is a tough day for me because I spend all year getting to the stage.
Because I'm looking at you. You look like you started in probably February or March.
2008. Yeah.
2008. Because I'm the same. Because after 2 weeks, I'm like, I'm nothing.
The best way about growing about it is just go full beard, just let it grow as much as you can, and then shape it.
Because how much time do you spend on that? Because you're wearing the chops at the moment with a little squiggle down below the moustache too, just under the chin along. It's an artwork, isn't it?
That looks great.
Yeah, it's a little bit of artwork, but you've just I just tend to let it go and then just shave it, keep it into the shape. Really, it goes pretty easy. I think I am a bit of a hairy beast, to be honest.
Because that's good, because you're blonde as well. Because blondes traditionally are follically challenged as a rule, aren't they?
Absolutely. Yep. We have a lot of people out there with the fairer skin colour that's sort of moan a little bit, that it doesn't really show its true value. But Eric sort of defeats that a little bit, and he's got an absolute boomer. Yeah.
An absolute boomer. I haven't heard that phrase for ages. Let me ask you a serious question, Robert, because we do this every year, and there's any number of charities and fundraisers for all sorts of things out there. Does the money actually go somewhere that tangibly improves men's health in some way?
I think so. There's a whole lot of aspects to it. I mean, what we say, it's a huge awareness campaign, and you can't help the fact that in November you're going to see a lot of moustaches, and hopefully those moustaches are going to start a lot of conversations. And if those conversations are about men's health, if you're talking to your father and your grandfather about family history, I mean, that in itself is fantastic, and that's exactly what we're after. But also the offshoot is that we raised a lot of money, $1.5 million last year, to the Cancer Society of New Zealand and the Mental Health Foundation of New Zealand, and they run great programs on the ground. We've got the 0800 Cancer Line, which is on the ground information that people can ring and get stuff. We work with the Mental Health Foundation with leadership programs in Tāne Māori. So, I mean, we're really proud of the programs we're putting in place, and we think they're on the ground, localised to New Zealand, that are going really well.
And when you talk about men's health, are you athletes, just the same as regular blokes? You don't really talk about it because you're all he-men and,
Oh, mate, we're probably the worst, because you get sick and it's like, oh, we'll just keep training, and during the year it's like, oh, I feel a bit crook. I've been crook for a couple of weeks, and you just leave it. Yeah. And I guess that's the New Zealand mentality, and probably a male thing, is something feels a bit wrong, and so you go, oh, I'll be all right, it'll come right. And lo and behold, it could be something that's quite serious. So really just being able to talk about it amongst friends and be open about it, and then being able to go and see your doctor is really what Movember's about, just that awareness of health. And so men have so many more issues. Life expectancy is shorter than women, and 10 times as many males commit suicide as females. That's a ridiculous statistic.
Well, good on you for getting involved in it. You bought your gold medal, and we've almost out of time, but do you have to clean it? Do you maintain it, or is it because it's gold it just looks after itself?
No, mate, I
look after Mo better than the gold medal.
Yeah, I know, I actually do. I think, but more people have touched the gold medal than they have the Mo, so that's probably lucky.
That's good. Nice to see both of you, and have a good month. Appreciate your time very much. Robert Dunne and Eric Murray.